I thought it was a pretty good hockey game. I don't know how it was as for a spectator to watch. I mean, it was certainly a kind of a grindy, lumbering game. I didn't think it was certainly didn't have a lot of pace to it. But it was a decent hockey game overall, and I think it comes down to they made plays when they had to, and we didn't, and that's their veteran team, and got that goal late in the third. I don't know how much time was left, 5 minutes, whatever it was, and then made their shots in the shootout. So I think we had some guys that got some looks at the net, and they were able to put theirs in, and we weren't.
How frustrating was it to give up that goal almost immediately after getting the first one?
Well, you're seeing that happen a lot. And I've tried. I've tried everything that I could try. Tonight I put the fourth line out after the second. We scored our second goal, and I put our fourth line out, and Lake State went down right on us again and dominated us and got some good chances in the last minute of the period. So I think that's kind of a little bit of our team, is that that stick-to-itiveness, that ability to stay the course, wavers, and again, that's what I think you saw in the third period a little bit too. That instead of bearing down and going after them, we kind of guys were just. We did the same thing at Bowling Green last week, just kind of hanging on, like they expect. Like they don't want to go. We don't want to go to that next level. You know what I mean? Because so often we don't. So until you work through those barriers, and that's what you keep trying to work on. I'm certainly not gonna beat the guys up. I'm gonna just love them, and they gave what they had. So we certainly need to practice harder. We need to practice better, and part of it is being able to get through critical times regularly. Because this isn't life and death, you know what I mean? Like, just go out there and have the ability to do your job and really bear down and focus. And I think those are the life skills that a good majority of our team, I think, needs to learn, and hopefully they will. And when we do, then maybe we can turn that a 2-1 lead in the third into a 3-1 lead or 4-1 lead.
You move Arvid back to center with Jankowski coming back. Was that more for Jankowski to get back to his rhythm coming back into the lineup, or more for Arvid?
That line was just totally ineffective, and it hasn't produced a whole lot for us. And they were, we sat down and watched video with it. We're just trying to find something to give us three lines that can play. And I didn't mind it tonight. Mm-hmm. I thought Cash struggled with the pace a little bit, and it wasn't a fast game. I think that was evident on their first goal. He was kind of doing circles, and Thorny was loose on his cover a little bit, and they threw it out and got that quick shot on net. And it's part of, again, work. Getting the confidence and doing things over and over. But it was nothing to. We put Jankowski there because we thought he'd give us the best chance of having some chemistry with that line. And when we look at the video, we'll see how it panned out.
Going off of that takedown that happened that resulted in two 2-minute minors, was the outcome of that the reason why you guys didn't decide to do a 5-minute challenge as well, given the opportunity?
We didn't have it. We tried our challenge earlier.
You do now. You risk a bench minor after your first.
Yeah, we were. I wasn't going to take us off a 4-minute power play. Yes, okay. I wasn't going to take us off a 4-minute power play, and with how I thought it was blatantly obvious. I didn't think Logan on the first hit made a real quick sudden cutback. He was doing more of a circle, mm-hmm. and their guy was doing more of a circle too. It wasn't Yeah. So and with how that went, I don't and how much mm-hmm. hollering that Lake State was doing at the referees, I don't think they were going to do a whole lot to look for something. And I didn't see what happened anyways. To be honest with you, it was to my left. They had 2-minute minor. Some guy said something about helmet or something. I don't know what happened on the play.
Okay.
So,
you're 0 for 5 on the power play. So any kind of frustration building on what's happening there?
I'm not frustrating. I think that's where we're at. I think you saw. I think you see things at critical times. You know what I mean? I'm going to just praise our players. but the ability to make that play, you're seeing it. You know, early in the year we lost some games because we lost on the power play. We lost confidence. You know what I mean? Like we lost momentum where you want to gain momentum. It's that, you know, it's there. Plays are there. It's, you know, it's just, you know, can you naturally make those plays, or do you force different plays or whatever? So I'm not losing confidence. It's starting to get, you know, we're seeing what it is. I think we have one power play goal in league play this year, and that's at 6-on-4. You know, and we've always been great on the power play. So you can only try so much. But really, again, I'm not gonna beat our guys up. We are what we are, and we'll keep working on it, and hopefully some guys can spring up and do some things for us.
There was relatively good puck movement tonight, but a lot of the shots seemed to be center mass on the Lake State goalie. After tonight, we're shooting roughly 5.6% over the last 3 games. Is there anything to try to emphasize to try to either get more deflections or not think that the goalie is a donut?
Could you explain what I don't understand the 5.6%?
So the shooting percentage. So we have 6 goals and 116 shots for the 2 games, like Bowling Green and then tonight.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Score. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Mike Bossy scores, Bliss scores, Hallinan scores. You don't want to rehash it. That's. I'm not going to criticize guys for. I'm not going to get into them for skill. I want them to work hard in practice to get better. We didn't even do that this week. You know, we still need to do that. And I think when you do that, we still have lulls in practice, like you see in the games. That's my focus right now. So I'm confidence and things like that. You can't wave a magic wand. You earn confidence, and you earn trust to your teammates. And you know, teammates got to hold each other accountable. It's got to matter enough. And you know, I'm not gonna just beat them up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna beat them up. They're until we start doing things more. I'm still gonna give guys opportunity to play and try to do some things to try to find some growth in some guys, so we can make our decisions moving forward.
Speaking of that, the fourth line did get hemmed in a bit, but they did look to have a lot of energy and compete on the ice tonight. Bronte had a few good steals. Works had a few good steals. Nordstrom and Richards were swapping out pretty effectively. Did you like what you saw from them?
Pretty easy game.
Okay.
Pretty easy game. I thought the game was slow, and you know, they played. You know, did they generate a lot of offense? No. Did they, you know, get hemmed in their zone a few times? Yeah. So I mean, they played. We'll give more guys a chance tomorrow to get a look at. They're you know, we're not going to wish productivity. You can't hope and wish and beg and plead. You either perform or you don't perform. And I think that Lake Superior tonight performed in some critical times when they had to. And you know, they had to get a goal in the third. They got the goal, and they had to beat us in a shootout, and they beat us in the shootout. So they made their plays. We didn't, and it comes down. And I think that's going to happen right now more often than not, until guys have a burning desire within them to succeed every time they're on the ice. You know, and if it's, and we see, you know, you just see the same trends. You see it after a goal, for or against. You see, you know, you see different things where it's, you know, we got to work through the mental part of the game, because right now I think it's just, you know, just too many guys that you know, give us a shift. You know what I mean? They're doing, again. I'm not gonna beat them up. They're doing. There's nothing that's surprising to me. There's nothing surprising. I don't think it's surprising to you guys either. So, again, I give Lake State credit. I think they didn't do anything magical. They didn't dominate the game. They didn't, you know, they made some plays when they had to with some veteran guys, and we didn't. So that's the difference. Goaltending, I thought their goaltending played well. They played well, but again, you said a lot of them were right in his gut. So you'd like a guy to have to move a little bit for shots.